Hey guys, so today I'm just making a video of a deck profile of my deck that I topped the regional with. Yeah, so the Saturday that just passed, I played in the 4-1 Games regionals, um, and I was able to finally top. I got 43rd place out of like 385 people, and I got top 64. And I was finally able to win a prize card. So this card right here, the Useless Captain Kid card, I got it because I got top 64, and I did it with one and only yellow Charlotte Katakuri. So yeah, very good deck in the meta right now. It's definitely one of the top three, alongside Saka and Gecko Moria. So yeah, just making this. I'm making this video on this deck profile, so let's get to it. So on this side, alright, so we'll start off with so 4 puddings. Yeah, nothing much to see here, just the searcher. Searches for Big Mom Pirates. Yeah. Some must needed 4. 4 pair of sparrows. Yeah, also nothing much to say about this. Probably the best 3-5 in the game right now, and yeah, just another searcher that just, helps search up for your top end, basically, or other 2Ks. Really good card. Next up, we got 4 Sanjis. Just a very good trigger body for this deck, and, it's a good blocker to put in the bottom of your life if you need it. Also, if it's at the top of your life and you just trigger it, just swing 4 or 5 body. It's good. So I put at 4. The next one is Kikunojo. So I have 3. So a lot of people run this at 4. I put it at 3 because I wanted to. There's some things that I wanted to fit into this deck. So I was just like, I didn't want to get rid of much stuff, so I thought this was okay to drop to 3. It's not a big deal, so I just dropped it. And yeah, this card's insane. It's such a very good addition to the deck because the trigger is really good. Put it at 3 or less life, play it for free, and on knockout you gain 1 life if your opponent's at 3 or less. So because this deck is very aggro, the knockout effect the trigger and knockout effect happens pretty easily. So this card rather, it makes decks even better because it stalls it out for you, so you can play your 10 mom safely. So yeah. And then next we have 3 Gadatsus. A lot of people do run this at 4. I dropped it down to 1 because, again, with like Kikunojo, I wanted to fit something else in there, which I go on to later. Yeah, this is also a really good card. It's like one of the only removal in your deck. So yeah, it's got on your 5 down turn. Against Sakazuki, yeah, it's good in all matchups, but it just with Sakazuki, it's like they already play around this pretty easily. Kind of sucks, but even then, if you play it, it gets pop brand news and stuff, which is good because when they play brand news, it's like they just use that for Hound Blaze pretty easily. So that's like a 6K swing that you can just delete, which is good. So yeah, it's a good card. All right. Another new addition to the set, Onami's. Yeah, so this is the card that I dropped Kikunojo and Gadatsu to 3 because I wanted to fit this in. So I had them at 4 originally, but I wanted to drop it down to 3 to fit this stuff in. So this card, honestly, I think if I were to redo the tournament again, I'll just scrap this card altogether. It didn't really see much play for me in the whole tournament. Literally, like the only instance I could think of was against one of my matches against Whitebeard. I bashed one of his life. And that's the only time I ever used this card. It did not pop up for me at all in a trigger and playing. I only use this was like pitch for counter. So yeah, I probably will just scrap this all together and just bump these to 4. But this trigger is really good. Thunderbolt trigger basically. And yeah, that's why before I played the tournament I was testing it without it. But I just thought the trigger was just way too good to pass up, so I put it in I wanted to fit in my deck, but I probably will just scrap this now. Cause I don't know, I did not have any use for it at all. It did not pop in my triggers, so I'll probably just replace this with something else, bump these to 4 and put something else. So yeah, 3 Anamis. Yeah, 4 veggies, your 2k counters, nothing to say about this. Most broken trigger in the game. Like, you'd be trolling if you're not putting this in your Katakuri deck. Yeah, good 2k counter. Probably never playing that. For Amondes, yeah, just their basic 2k counter, searchable, Big Mom Pirates, with putting in Parasparrow, and you're probably very rarely playing this down. I mean, it was good against like Zoro, where you put like things law, but yeah, in this meta you're probably never really playing this, so yeah, just another 2k counter. For Satori's, yeah, this is a really good card. This is another like 2k counter, triggerable body that I could swing with. Back then on OPO5, I'd really like always trigger this, but now it's kind of like a situational thing for me now. Like I don't really trigger this often anymore, because it's a 2k. If you don't, it's only there's only like this is only searchable 2k counter, so yeah, most of the time, if it's like the first life I can trigger it, but later on I don't really trigger anymore. So yeah, this is a good 2k counter. Good 2k counter, good trigger body. Definitely want that like 4. Alright, so now onto the top end. Yeah, 4 7 moms. Kind of crazy to me because back then, maybe like set 4 when I started playing this deck. Well, 4.5. Because, yeah, I was playing Zoro back then, but then the red band, and I decided to switch to this deck. This card wasn't as prominent as the 8-drop, but now I find this card is insane. Like, I don't know. Like in the Catamir, like going first, play 2 of these. Like the tempo is just in your favor, or the control. You gotta control the game, and it's just GG. Yeah, this card is really good right now. So we play F4. Really want to see this in like every matchup, I think. Alright, so 2 8-drops. Yeah, I will probably just put this down to 1. The reason why I still have this in my deck is I was worried about the Uta / Fortress Yamato matchups. This 8-drop kid is a menace, so I wanted this because of those matchups. But I'll probably just drop it down to 1 because when I faced Uta in one of the online regionals, I didn't even play this card. So I'll probably should drop this down to 1, but still a good card. Again, I mean, it's not as needed, of course. That's why a lot of people don't run this, but I'll probably drop it down to 1, just in case of Uta. Like I think it would still help. So yeah. Yeah, 410 moms. Not much to say about this. Broken card. Yeah, this deck is insane. Or deck rather, this card's insane. Surprised they didn't ban this. Yeah, not much to say about that. 3 Amarus. I might probably bump this up to 4, because I find that against Sokka, like the matchup is so hard if you don't see this. Like, it just feels so losable. But yeah, this card's insane too. Broken card. I mean, it's a much needed card in this blocker meta, right? Stress everything. Yeah, probably bump it up to 4. Reject. Yeah, broken card, broken event. You can see why they're banning this. Yeah, 2 is good. I wouldn't want to put more than 2. I've talked to some people, they run this at 3, but I don't know, 2 is, seeing 2 in your hand is overkill, in my opinion. So, and plus, even though it's broken, like, I don't think it's like very, very needed in some matchups. I mean, I guess Sokka is kind of really good, but I think Amaru is where it's at. But yeah, this card's insane. Also, like, you know, pop a 5 cost. So if you need removal, you have this instead of Thunderbolt. Not the trash of life. It's good. But yeah, this card's just broken. Yeah, not much else to say. Insane. And the 0 cost event. I love this card. I've seen people without it, with it, and with it. I definitely wanted it in my deck because this helps with all your bricks, you know. One of my matches against Gecko Mario, like, saved me. One time they're swinging 7s per game, and I just had this with a bunch of bricks and saved me the game pretty much. Very good trigger too. You know, they just discard 1 and heal, so it stalls out. It can secure you a game. And yeah, also seeing me against Kata. There's a gamer. He swung 17 for a game, and I had this one of this at 18k, and I won the game. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Definitely gonna be a different list the next time I play a regional, which is coming up. But yeah, you know, finally happy I finally reached my goal of topping the tournament. And yeah, I guess next up is top 32. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.